Hi, folks. I hope you are all well and safe. Thank you so much and welcome to our Zoom presentation of our 2021 travel program. Thank you so much for being here. Hey, I know the past year has been really difficult for everybody. It's really been rough, and it's been rough with everyone's travel plans. I am sorry to say that during the pandemic, the past year, we have had to cancel many of our trips. But I'm very happy to say that all of our clients that were on canceled trips received a 100% refund. And I'm very proud that we were able to do that in these troubled times. Also, too, in the spring, we started our Travel with Confidence program, and that includes several health protocols and disinfectant procedures that will help keep all of our travelers safe and healthy. I hope these steps that we've done throughout the year will make you feel more comfortable and happy to travel with Provident Travel in 2021. Moving forward, with the vaccine in the way, I feel very positive we're going to be able to get back to normal in 2021. We have some terrific trips planned for you, and I'm excited to tell you about them. Thanks again for being here. We'll start this slideshow. Springtime at the Greenbrier. I actually had a group at the Greenbrier in November, and it was wonderful. It is a luxurious historic resort located in the beautiful Allegheny Mountains, and springtime is a beautiful time to visit. From the moment you arrive, the entire staff pampers you with world-class service. It's the best I've ever had. There are numerous restaurants, cafes, bars, and lounges. Every meal is fantastic. There are over 55 activities available, including the resort's extraordinary collection of golf courses. Indoor activities range from the historic bunker tour to the world-renowned mineral spa to gaming in the world-class casino. We include daily breakfast and dinner, and each day the resort provides a detailed guide of all the activities available. It's almost kind of like being on a cruise, so I hope you can join us. Springtime in the South. I love to travel to the South in the spring and see the magnificent spring foliage. This is when the azaleas, the rhododendron, and wisteria are all in gorgeous bloom. This trip goes to some destinations that we haven't done in a while. In Memphis, we're going to stay at the opulent Peabody Hotel, which is just steps away from famous Beale Street. We'll be going to Elvis's home, Graceland, and touring Graceland. Natchez, Mississippi has more antebellum homes than anywhere else in the United States. And we are going to be visiting and dining in 4 of the very best. They are all National Historic Landmarks. History buffs will truly love our tour at Vicksburg National Military Park. It's where one of the most important battles of the Civil War was fought. And the battle also started General Ulysses S. Grant on his path to command the Union Army. Church basement ladies at La Comedia Dinner Theater in Springboro, Ohio. La Comedia is a delight. They offer a delicious buffet and terrific Broadway-style entertainment. It's amazing. Some of the big stars that are out there now got their start at La Comedia. We'll enjoy a huge buffet luncheon featuring some of their signature dishes. Then we'll have premium seats for the performance. Church Basement Ladies is a show about women who work in a rural church kitchen in the 1960s. They cook the meals and solve the problems of the church. We'll follow their hilarious antics of good, clean fun and memorable characters. Tulip Time in Holland, Michigan. This is one of my favorite spring trips. In celebrating their Dutch heritage, the town puts on a wonderful festival, and everyone from grandma and grandpa to toddlers dress in authentic Dutch costumes and join the fun. There's parades, shows, and great locally prepared meals. There are over 5 million magnificent tulips to admire. We'll enjoy daily breakfast and dinner, 2 evening shows, premium seats for the parade, and a tour of the tulip lanes. Another trip to La Comedia for great food and entertainment. That will be the Sound of Music. And again, we'll enjoy the great luncheon spread, and you'll have premium seats for the show. The Sound of Music is one of the most beloved musicals, and it is La Comedia's most requested shows. It features timeless music by Rodgers and Hammerstein, including classics like Elderweiss, My Favorite Things, Do Re Mi, and The Sound of Music. Ohio Delights. This great short trip has a lot of fun things to do right here in Ohio. Holmes County has the largest Amish community in the U.S. We'll have a countryside tour led by an Amish Mennonite guide. I've worked with Troy for many years, and he is the best at explaining the unique Amish history and culture. We visit 2 Amish businesses and see demonstrations on broom making and candle making. Of course, we'll make stops where you can purchase delicious Amish food goods. A real treat is our dinner at an Amish home. The lady of the house, with help from family and friends, provides an amazing feast. Later, we can visit with the family. The next day, we have a special program at the Columbus Zoo and Aquarium. The zoo was made famous by the work and promotions of the director emeritus Jack Hanna. It is considered one of the finest zoos in the world. Our program starts in the heart of Africa, the zoo's largest region. As we enjoy a full breakfast at the Mapori restaurant, you can see sweeping views of the African savanna, where zebras graze, wildebeest and gazelles roam, African lions nap in the shade, and giraffes gallop together. You actually feel as though you're in Africa. The program includes up-close encounters with giraffes and photo opportunities with animals that have traveled with Jack Hanna. Later, you'll have time to explore the whole zoo and aquarium. Lilac time on Mackinac Island. June is the best time of year to visit Mackinac Island because that's when the lovely lilacs are in bloom and their fragrance fills the island. This is also your chance to escape noise, traffic, and pollution because no motorized vehicles are permitted on the island. The first night we'll stay at the Soaring Eagle Resort and Casino, a 4-diamond resort that features luxurious rooms and amenities. $30 in casino play and $20 in dining vouchers are provided by the resort. The next morning, it's just a short ride to Mackinac City, where we take a comfortable cruise to Mackinac Island. We are met by horse-drawn carriages and ride to the magnificent Grand Hotel. The Grand Hotel is one of the largest wooden structures in the U.S., and its amazing front porch is 100 yards long. The Grand Buffet Luncheon offers more terrific food than you can believe. For our 2-night stay on the island, we'll be at the Lilac Hotel, conveniently located right in the center of town. During our stay, we'll have a horse-drawn tour of the island where you can see historic Fort Mackinac, the Governor's Summer Mansion, and Arch Rock. On our return home, we'll stop in Frankenmuth, Michigan's Little Bavaria. We'll tour the quaint town, have dinner at the Bavarian Inn, and stop at the amazing Bronner's Christmas Wonderland. My Fair Lady at the Aronoff Center. Our Broadway shows to the Aronoff Center are probably our most popular day trip, and it is one of my favorite events and one that I have missed most this past year. As always, we'll have great orchestra seats for the show. My Fair Lady is called one of the most perfect musicals of all time. It tells the story of Eliza Doolittle, a young Cockney flower seller, and Henry Higgins, an English professor who is determined to transform her into his idea of a proper lady, but who is really being transformed. You'll hear classic songs like I Could Have Danced All Night, The Rain in Spain, and Wouldn't It Be Lovely. After the show, dinner is included at Cracker Barrel Restaurant. Cleveland weekend summer getaway. I just think this trip is terrific. We had a really nice crowd on board before everything hit last spring, and it was one of the ones we had to cancel. But there was so much interest in it, I wanted to do it again. Cleveland is just a short ride away, and in this trip, we're going to try to add in some new things, and they're a little bit of a different type of sightseeing than maybe we've done in the past. We get up there in time, early afternoon, to tour the city with a local guide. Boy, has Cleveland transformed itself in the last 20, 25 years. It is a beautiful modern city that's a delight to see. That night, we're going to have dinner and rollicking entertainment at Cleveland's Hofbrauhaus. It is a sister restaurant to the world-famous Hofbrauhaus in Munich, Germany. The next morning, a fun and interesting stop will be made at the Christmas Story House. This is where the movie of the same name was filmed. You might remember it with the Red Ryder BB gun and that sort of thing. So it should be a fun little visit. Then we got afternoon and late morning afternoon at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I love this museum. The first time I went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I spent 4 hours and I could have spent 8. And there is such a wide variety of music. And you'll hear it. There's memorabilia, there's exhibits, there's something for everyone there. Then that night, we will have dinner on a wonderful sunset dinner cruise on Lake Erie. The city skyline at sunset is beautiful. On our way home, we stop in Canton at the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Sports fans of all kinds will enjoy this fascinating museum. Spotlight on South Dakota. We are partnering with a world-class tour operator, Colette Vacations, on this amazing Western trip. Colette is known for high-quality trips with upscale lodging, complete sightseeing with expert guides, and meals and entertainment that reflect the area you're visiting. I've done many group tours with Colette, and our passengers are always well pleased. Rapid City, South Dakota is close to some of our nation's most treasured sites. This very convenient trip allows you to stay in one hotel and visit amazing sites each day. Mount Rushmore, the patriotic mountain carving of our greatest presidents. Crazy Horse Memorial, a huge, still-in-progress mountain carving and a tribute to Native American culture. Badlands National Park with its strange and mysterious landscape. And Devil's Tower, famous as the backdrop for the movie Close Encounters of the Third Kind and one of the most intriguing sites in the western U.S. We also visit the old Wild West town of Deadwood, and you'll see one of the largest bison herds in the U.S. Pretty Woman. This is another show at the Aronoff Center. As everyone knows, this was originally a movie, and some of the best creative teams in music and live performances have put this together and brought it to Broadway. It's had an amazing run on Broadway. It won the Audience Choice Award, and it's coming to Cincinnati. As always, we have orchestra seats and dinner after the show. Pacific Coast Adventure. We partner on this trip with another world-class tour operator, Globus Vacations. Our experience and our travelers' experience with Globus have been great. On this special trip, you'll fly to Seattle, Washington, then travel south along the coast to San Francisco, California. Along the way, you'll have a wide variety of sites and attractions. You'll tour the Boeing Aviation Center. The Great Northwest has a rich history of logging and pioneers. We'll take a heritage railroad ride and visit a logging museum. In Portland, Oregon, you'll visit the beautiful International Rose Garden. Along the rugged Pacific coast, you'll see lighthouses, quaint towns, and taking an exciting buggy ride. One of Oregon's great sights is the Rouge River, where you'll experience a thrilling jet boat ride, tour the amazing Redwood National Forest, tour San Francisco, including Golden Gate National Recreation Area, Golden Gate Bridge, the Presidio, Twin Peaks, and Fisherman's Wharf. A wonderful farewell dinner is included in San Francisco. Italy and the Greek Isles cruise, September 30th through October 10th. Last May, many of you might recall that we had a Mediterranean cruise set and ready to go. I was so excited. And we had 30-some people that were booked, but again, due to the pandemic, we had to cancel and give everybody a full refund. But it's such an exciting destination, and we had such good response to it. I wanted to do it again this year, but do it much later. Do it in end of September, early October, and maybe we can have all this stuff behind us. The cruise lines to start this year are not doing as long a cruises as they did last year, so this one is a few nights shorter. But you do sail from, we'd fly Cincinnati to Rome, Italy, round trip, and they would have 4 ports of call stops in Greece, another in Naples in Italy. You'd visit some of the most beautiful and exciting areas of the world: Rome, the Eternal City, Athens, and you actually have a 2-night stay in Athens on board your ship. Athens, a birthplace of Western civilization. Santorini, with crystal clear waters and sun-drenched villages. Mykonos, that is well represented in Greek mythology. All this and more. The ship we'll be using is Royal Caribbean's Odyssey of the Seas, and it is one of the newest and most innovative ships afloat. It is a terrific cruise, folks, and I'm thrilled with the pricing we were going to get on this. It is a huge bargain. It is several $100s cheaper than our cruise that we had planned last May, including airfare, pretty much everything except shore excursion. Inside staterooms start at $31.99. Balcony staterooms start at $45.99. Again, this includes all your airfare transfers, etc. So it's a great bargain cruise, and I'm looking forward to having another big crowd on board. Pacific Wonders, November 7th through the 21st, Australia, New Zealand. This is another trip that we're doing with Colette Vacations, and I actually went on this trip with a group in 2014, and it truly is a trip of a lifetime, and it was thrilling for all of our folks that went. Now, going in November with the seasons opposite ours down under, you can expect warm, sunny, late spring weather. In Australia, we'll visit Cairns and explore the Great Barrier Reef, learn about the Aboriginal culture and the region's exotic wildlife: crocodiles, exotic birds, wallabies, and koalas. In Sydney, you'll enjoy a tour of the city, including a tour of the famous Sydney Opera House. You'll also take a wonderful dinner cruise on Sydney's famous harbour, and you'd learn about New Zealand's rich English history, visit its magnificent parks and gardens, and see its breathtaking snow-capped mountains and beautiful sapphire fjords. Oberammergau, the Passion Play. This is for May 24th through June 4th, 2022. So we're jumping ahead already to 2022. Folks, the Oberammergau Passion Play dates back into the 1634 during the years of the bubonic plague. The local citizens vowed and prayed to God that every 10 years they would perform a passion play to honor the last days of Christ if God would protect them from the plague. They were protected from the plague, and since then, every 10 years, they've done the passion play. It was supposed to go off in 2020, but like with many other things, it had to be postponed. So we're going to be going in June. This terrific trip, you'll fly into Italy, go through the Swiss mountains, and on up into Germany, eventually getting to Oberammergau, where you'll enjoy the passion play, visit some in Munich, Germany, and then return home. So it has the Italian and the Swiss Alps, some of the most beautiful scenery in Germany, and it is going to be quite popular. The space on these things goes extremely fast. So if this is one of the trips on your bucket list, please call as soon as you can. All right. Well, thank you all for being here and for listening to our presentation. We have information here about contacting our Provident Group Department. We have the website. These trips are the program that I do. We call it Travel with Joe. There's our group department main number that you can call for questions or reservations. And please, at any time, don't hesitate to email me. I love to hear from you all. I have to say, one of the things that's warmed my heart through this difficult year is hearing from so many of you how much you've enjoyed our travel, how much you missed our travel, and how much you're excited to get going again. So that's kind of what's helped keep me going. Thank you so much for it, and I look forward to seeing you on a trip in 2021.